Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is a highly requested video and it is a DIY fake nail without acrylic nail tutorial. Now I haven't done one of these since December. I know, I've been slacking, but today I bring you these super awesome, simple yet loud summer nails. I think they are so cool and so different. I kind of feel like Cardi B because they're so long, but you can still do this design on shorter nails. I just like doing them on longer nails because they look pretty awesome in thumbnails. But I really hope that you enjoy this video and stick around by subscribing to this channel. Once you hit that subscribe button, we instantly become best friends.
Did we just become best friends? Yup!
And please click on that notification bell so you know every time I post a video. I do post craft videos, nail videos, and haul videos. So let's go ahead and get started. For this, I'm going to use my ECBASKET nails. I'll link them below, but I love them because they're nice and thick and they already come in the shape that you want, and I think they do a really beautiful job at shaping them. So I'm going to pick all of my nails first. When picking your fake nail, you want to make sure that it fits from sidewall to sidewall. I have really wide fingernails and thin fingers, so fake nails look really big on me no matter what. And a lot of people always complain that my nails look a little thick, so I am going to try and pick them a little bit smaller to see if maybe that looks a little better. But honestly, as you can see right here, you can totally see that my real fingernail is peeking through from the sides, but we'll go ahead and try it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick all of my nails first and then close that box and get it out of the way. I don't know how many times I have dropped this box and I've had to rearrange these nails. So don't make the same mistake I did. Close this up, put it in a bag if you can, far away. So if your cuticle area is a little too rounded and you have more of a square cuticle like I do, just grab your nail file and reshape it. To make my life easier, I'm going to be using these hooks from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 6, I believe, so I buy 2 packs, and these have already been used because I've made a ton of these tutorials in the past, and as you can see, some are painted. I'm also going to use some poster tack from Dollar Tree. I'm going to ball it up, and then I'm going to place it at the very tip, and now you can pick where you want to position your nail, either at the very edge or a little further back. The longer the nail, the more you want to place it further back so you can work with it without it basically falling off. So now you can go ahead and reshape it, resize it, do whatever you want. Like I said, I want to keep it the same shape, so I'm just going to file a little bit off the tip just to get that little lip off of there. And no matter who you're buying your fake nails from, they're always going to have that little lip at the edge, so always make sure to file it so your nails look realistic. When you're pushing the nail in, make sure that the poster tack isn't coming out from the side because that will look a little funky when you're trying to paint. And also label these. I have these labeled so that I don't get them mixed up, and trust me, it's totally possible. For polish, I picked up this really cool neon color from Dollar Tree and these cosmetic sponges. I tried a few different methods to try and get the finish that I wanted, which was like that marshmallow faded acrylic look. And the first method I used was just sponging on the entire nail except for the tip. And this could have worked, but I thought that it was creating too much texture up top, but I did give it a complete go. So I went to get ahead and did 3 layers because this is a really sheer polish. And the more layers that I did, the more I liked the gradient effect, but I really didn't love how textured the very top of the nail was looking. So when I moved on to the second nail, I decided to just go ahead and add polish to the top, bring it down, and then grab my sponge and see if maybe I can create a gradient at the bottom. And this was a little bit better, but it was disturbing the color. It was still adding texture. It looked a little funky. So for my third nail is where I finally perfected what I wanted to do, which is I took the nail polish, painted the top of the nail completely, and then went ahead and grabbed my sponge, added some nail polish to it, but not too much, almost a dry sponge, and then just sponged it on to the bottom and a little bit to where my paint ends. And I think that this was the best method, so I went ahead and took my thumb and I did the same thing. I added the color up top and then blended it out at the bottom with the sponge. This did take a few coats on each nail, but Don't be like me, have some patience, and let every layer dry completely before sponging and before painting, because wow, this took an eternity to dry because I wasn't letting it dry before moving on. So for my ring finger, I'm going to go ahead and just paint it one solid color because I wanted to create a design on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a few coats, not all at once. I'm going to make sure that it dries, and I'm going to finish off the pinky and do the same gradient effect. I've seen some really cool nail art with the gradient up top and then the glitter going towards the bottom, and it's all done with acrylic. So to create that effect, I got some really chunky polish and I sponged it on to the tip. The cool thing about using a sponge for this is that it soaks up a lot of the polish but deposits all of the glitter, so you're not stuck with a super chunky nail and you still have that clear background, which is what I wanted. I wanted you to still be able to see through the nail. I really, really want this to look like acrylic. So the whole time that I was doing this look, I was like, please, please, please let this look like acrylic. And I think in the end, it looks pretty good. It just looks a little funky while you're doing it. I let everything dry really well, and then I pulled out my 2 ring fingers and gave it a coat of top coat. And this is just top coat that I had from a polygel system that I just purchased. You can use whatever gel top coat that you want, but I really do recommend gel so that you can create a design and not have to worry about repainting your entire nail. So make sure that you're doing a nice even coat and that you're capping the edge so that all of your work doesn't get ruined when you start washing your hands and stuff. You don't want this to lift. I'm going to cure this. So for this, you are going to need an LED or a UV lamp, whatever you have. I do have a professional one from NSI, but there are tons that they sell on Amazon for super cheap and they do the trick. So you don't really need a professional system. Since this is a no wipe top coat, you don't have to wipe it with alcohol. For my next step, I'm going to use a Sharpie, which I got at, you guessed it, Dollar Tree. Now the reason that I say that you should top coat is because it makes it really, really sleek and nice. So you're able to glide your Sharpie or your paints without having any bumps. And if you mess up like I did the first time around, then you can just wipe your design down with alcohol or acetone without disturbing your color at the bottom, and it comes off so nicely. So for this design, it was really, really easy. I just decided to do some palm fronds, and I'm going to start doing little tiny leaves at the bottom and the top ones, making them a lot bigger. You want to make sure that they're wider at the stem and then they're thinner at the edge. It doesn't look that way because I do thin them out later on. I didn't do the most artistic job. But when you finally add your gems, jewels, top coat, whatever you're adding, I think it looks really good. You can also do the same thing using a really thin brush and polish or an acrylic paint of your choice. I just think that Sharpie is the coolest way to do it for somebody who doesn't feel comfortable using a tiny little brush. I try to make things as easy as possible on this channel. So this is what all your nails should look like, and now I'm going to top coat all of them. Every single one of them, you want to make sure that they are protected, and the top coat is going to bring out the shine in that glitter nail because it does look rather dull right now. You also want to protect that Sharpie nail because it will eventually wash off unless you give it a good gel top coat. For some reason, regular top coat does flake off, especially when you do Sharpie designs, so definitely invest in a good top coat. They're really, really cheap on Amazon. Cure the nails the same way you would before, keeping them in for a minute. Depending on your system, you'll know whether it's a minute, 2 minutes. Usually LED is 1 minute, UV is 2 minutes. So now that these are nice, I'm going to grab some rhinestones that I've had forever. I love these, and I'm going to use Dollar Tree glue. I usually use hard gel for this, but I love the Dollar Tree glue. This thing will hold your life together. I use them for actual applying my nails and for certain rhinestones because it just holds that well. So I am using tweezers for this, and now that they are all dry, I'm going to go ahead and remove them off of the stand and make sure that I am taking the little thing off, because trust me, when you have nails off, these things are impossible to remove, and you can reuse that poster tack, so go ahead and ball it up and put it to the side. With a cuticle pusher, I'm going to push my cuticles back. You can go ahead and nip them a little bit. I'm not going to do that because I'm actually not going to keep these nails on. And you're going to want to take a file or a buffer that doesn't have a very high grit, and you are just going to create little scratches on your nails just to remove the shine. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, just get some alcohol. You're going to need some alcohol regardless to wipe off all the dirt, debris, and oils, and do not touch anything else. With that same glue, I went ahead and applied my nails, and you're going to do this doing a rolling motion, making sure that it's nice and straight. You're going to hold it in place for a bit, and then you're going to move on to the next nail. This is really, really easy, and if you follow these steps, your nails should last about a week. This is the finished look, and I think it looks pretty amazing. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and tag me on any looks that you would want me to recreate. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. Till next time.